Good day and welcome. It is Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. It finally turned into a sunny evening. It's been raining all day. Of course, I had to work in the rain, but that's okay. Things are good. Compass Rose, you're here. Perfect. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I have something to show you since you're here, Compass Rose. This was your suggestion, so I'm putting it into practice. You notice that this here is the ambush area that we talked about a couple of sessions ago. And I have added a couple of NVA recon units here, as well as a machine gun. And I'm going to show you the code, just to show you what the idea is here. So I broke it down. I have this particular company, which consists of just those two units there. And what they're going to do, if it's between turn 15 and 35, it's going to roll a dice. And it's going to have a die roll of either attack left, attack center, or attack right. And down here, it breaks it down into what happens if it's attack left, or attack center, or attack right. Well, it goes to see if it's attacked left. It'll look at this and it says, if this ambush area 1 is owned by the US, and what does ambush area 1 consist of? It consists of two objectives, 548 and 575. How can we tell what those are? Well, we can turn on the map hints, and it tells us. This is 548, and this is 575. Hey, Red Sox cutie. Hey, John. Good to see you both. I hope you're doing well. So if they are owned by the United States, what's it going to do? It is going to... Sorry, let me get that thing back to where it was. There. First thing it's going to do is if there are any units within 4 hexes of this hex, 96, 122, which is 96, 122, somewhere in here, within this area, if there's anyone there besides VC, these two platoons are going to attack that. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be trucks, could be infantry, it could be a whole battalion there. Who knows? But whatever it is, they're going to attack it. And then if there's nothing there, then what they're going to do is they're going to attack these objectives. Just 548 and then 575. And then defend normal at 575. Until turn 36, where we can go down and say, oh, they're going to defend just normally. So obviously I'm not done because there's blanks in here. But they're going to return to 96, 121, and they're just going to defend there for a while. Hey, Thunder Lighten, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. You're most welcome. So yeah, the thing is that these attacks are going to happen during the day. And if they die, then everything else under here is totally pointless. But if they survive, they will, during the night, they'll go hide somewhere. They're going to go somewhere else. They're going to come into one of these bunkers or something like that and just get off the main road so that it's free. And then the next day, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to have, notice that it says second here. So the second attempt between turns 70 and 90, they're going to go and do something else. They're going to do the same thing, but the order is different. Right? I mean, I can go in and make this as complex as I want, but just to show Compass Rose what the idea for that company is, if they die, none of this matters. But the first attack will be here, and we might even see this first attack today. At least we'll see them take things over. So we'll see how that goes. Oh no, we won't see them in my turn because they're not in the turn. I haven't put them into my file. I'll do that for next time. But they are in the 1.30 file. So when you play this with the 1.3 update, they will be there for sure. Okay, so that being said, I will add them to my own file so that we can see what happens with them in the future, but it's not there right now. All right, we can cancel that. Let's see. If U.S. units are hidden from BC, will they still get ambushed? Let me show you. Let's just load up the scenario. And yes, generally speaking, yeah. Even if the units are hidden, the Viet Cong there are going to be objective based. So if they don't see anyone, they're still going to go after those objectives. And there's no way that the US can go through there without taking those objectives and complete the missions for the day. So let's go into that ambush area. Now, you don't know this, but I know this, is that there's a bunker here. And right now, well, not in this scenario, but in the 1.30 scenario, there's a machine gun in this area. And I will probably disperse it, having different locations of where it can be. But in those locations, it will spot the column that's going there. And it'll probably shoot at it. So you'll have to deal with at least the machine gun. You might not have to deal with the infantry that I have put out here, the recon units that I put out here. It might be a die roll that says, no, I'm not going to attack you this particular time. So whatever, who cares? We don't care about it. Or I might change there's so many variables that I can change to make it far more interesting. But at least right now, it's going to say, these objectives have changed hands from VC to US. So these things are going to say, we're going to do our die roll and we're going to go attack these objectives or these objectives. But before any of that, if this machine gun has spotted anyone, then these guys are going to come attack it. If they're still surviving. But, that being said, by the time they get to this objective here, which is in the 4 hex radius of where they need to be, they're going to just assault whatever Americans they see. Absolutely, whether they're in the objectives or not. If the Americans have gone through this area already, the way that I've designed it, they shouldn't be. They should still be stuck here because it took, 20 odd turns just to get through here and build that bridge. I like the random hex location of the MG. Yeah, for sure, right? So I can have it so that it'll randomly pick a bunkered hex somewhere along this route. You know it, and maybe not. Maybe I'll wait. I'll have one roll that says it waits for day 2. So there's a machine gun there, but you don't know where it is. You can go hunt it down if you want. You'll have to find it. But do you want to waste time doing that? I don't know. Maybe. Could be good for you to do that. Oh, volume check. Can you hear me okay? Positive vibes. Good? Okay. Perfect. So yeah, that'll add some vast randomness to this area. And as I mentioned, if those 2 platoons, or even if one of the platoons, if they survive, they'll come back and hide in the trees, or hide somewhere, and do it again, and again, and again, and again. And even if there's no troops in here, you don't know what they're gonna be. You don't know what the task is gonna be for them. Could be that they're sitting there waiting. It could be that they're going to go down here and, make an ambush location here. It could be that they're going to go over here and take over these objective points. There's so many things that you can do. There's a 5-second delay on you being able to see our chat. Well, that's annoying. Sorry about that. But thank you for the confirmation. I appreciate that. That's great. So, what are we doing? I'll turn off. So you see these numbers here? The only reason why I have these numbers on is because they help me with designing scenarios. So this helps me identify that this unit is platoon ID 2337 and it's part of the 2331 company. So I can easily identify what that is just by looking at the display, force organization, go to the 3rd Infantry Brigade, and I can quickly look, what is 2331? Where is 2331? Right there. So this unit here, 2337, is that engineering truck, part of this particular road company, and what's inside. Can we see what's inside? That is an engineer platoon, which is also part of the same company, 2331. But anyways, during play, it's not really that important. So let me turn that off, because we don't care about it. Show track IDs. I don't want to show them. There we go. So now I can clearly see what the icon is. I'm going to unload, and I'm going to move this engineer into this minefield, and I think that's the last item on that road to clear. which means that they have completed their objective by, well, 3/4 of the day through, but they've done that. There's no other mines or roadblocks or anything like that, so that's good. All right, let's find this infantry company. We have 2 of the platoons, and I think the other platoon is in the air already towards the airfield. Oh, it's on the ground. It's going to capture that objective. And this one's going to capture this objective and head back. We've secured, once we capture this, we've secured all the points that we need to for this particular turn. Let me just, before I say that, let me double check. There's no ones. I think we're all good. There's no ones. There's no one. They're all zeros. They're all zeros. Yeah, so we have secured all the objectives in this area. So when 4 turns, well, 5 turns after I capture that, we should get the 2,000 point bonus. We have this to worry about. Do we have any guns left? No, we don't. So we have to wait till next turn to deal with that recon team, that recon platoon. I can tell it's a recon because it has the 1/ instead of 2 like this. That's infantry. That's recon. This Huey will just sit on the ground. We did lay some IEDs here, and you know what? Let's lay some more. Oh no, we can't because he's out of ammo. So we'll just send him back towards the base. This guy we're going to put there. Oh, we have our other LRRP team. Let's see. What can we do? We're going to load up that helicopter. Or not load it, but leave. Put it up in the high flight zone. Head back. Oh, we need to review what's going on. So here's an overview about what's going on right now. We have 2nd 28. They have pretty much secured the entire area, and they are, all the task force is going to eventually be heading towards this Firebase, and that's where it's going to be spending the night. The headquarters of 2nd 28 is at locked in, and so is the D troop of the 1st of the 4th Cavalry, Air Cavalry. And we have the engineering team. They're almost done their mission, and they will be heading up to Anlock. Or Locknin, sorry. Down below, we have the 1st 16th Task Force. They've almost cleared everything as well. We do have some combat happening, though. And that's down in this sector here. I think it's even by... Oh, it's somewhere on this highway, I think. Around the 245th. There's a little airfield here that we recaptured. And we have the 1st Battalion, the helicopter battalion, has moved up to Anlock. We have the task force headquarters for this particular, or for the brigade, for the 3rd Brigade. And we have the rest of the 1st 16th. They have arrived, and they're going to start building their base here, just for tonight. Tonight being day 1. And down below, we have the headquarters of the 2nd 33rd Artillery, which all of its batteries are up north, and the 3rd Brigade actual headquarters with its supply down here. So that's the general gist of what's going on. But let's get back to the action. Per strength point, do IEDs have the same lethality as mines, or mines are more lethal, typically speaking? Not always, but typically. Oh, there's another helicopter right there. So we can load him up next turn. That poor arrow rifle, they took a beating. And notice that I missed taking this objective. There's a 0 there. It's also on the wrong side of the line. And that's the boundary of my operational area, so I made sure I didn't take that. We didn't want to take that and lose some points. No problem at all, John. No problem at all. So we have our hogs here, and we're just waiting for some more action points. Here, can I move my... No, I still can't. Why not? Why can't I move them? Oh, the dozers. Let's move the dozers. There we go. So now we have our second LRRP team, and we're going to load them up into these helicopters, and we're going to go flying. Let's check out our other LRRP team. Does he have no supply yet? That's fine. Now let's go check out the action down in the south. So I think we set everything up here. We're good. We're just going to leave it like that. We have a Chinook still flying here. I have to be careful. You know what? I'm not threatened by the company that's here, so I'm going to put this guy down and land it. So if we have the opportunity, I can lift off with this battery. We're just hoping that we don't get smoked by a mortar. That's what we're hoping. Living dangerously, let me tell you. And down here, we have a Chinook waiting for dozers. Dozers are going to come. Down the airfield. Might take a few turns. These guys are digging in. This is all set up. We're all happy here. I think we'll eventually have to move this battalion headquarters to the north. We're just waiting. And I think we're going to have to move the 3rd Brigade headquarters also to the north. I think this is going to be situated at either Anlock or Conthan, but I don't remember which. Alright, I think that's all we're going to do. Let's just double check. That's all good. Oh, let's check the 1st 16th area. They're digging in. They're digging in. They're not digging in. They're digging in now. They're digging in. They're digging in now. Do we have any troops in the field still? Where is everyone? They're digging in. Ah, that's where they went. So these guys belong to this group over here, so they have to make the stroll all the way down into that area. We have some additional supply trucks. So this airfield here is going to be a little bit cramped, so I am considering moving my battalion headquarters of the air wing, or the helicopter battalion, to this airfield here. Look at this. There's a lot of landing zones here. And we have a bunch of ARVN here. They will be released later on in the game, but right now. But I think this could be a useful airfield for the future. And that might be something to do, or to move our 2 spare ARVN supply trucks over there and just use that as an airfield. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll think about it. Okay. Let's end the turn. So there's going to be more movement now because I was doing some additional tweaks to the NVA. We'll see what happens. Don't you dare. My helicopter's firing at them, my loaches. Oh, that guy's disrupted and reduced. Oh, man. That sucks. Or not disrupted, but he took a morale hit. He's 1 down in morale. Let's pan over to that LRP team just to see if we can see anything. He's in the woods now, though, so I don't think we're going to. Where is he? Where is he? Is. Oh. So they're attacking that. That's an RPG team. That got eliminated. Alright. That's a rifle platoon. Got retreated. That's good. Is that the same rifle platoon? Oh, come on, you had op fire. What the heck? I'm glad we have gunships there. Even though they're snakes, they're still useful. wish that was a gunship. A Guns a Go-Go? Is that what they were called, I think? Guns a Go-Go? Something like that. There are scenarios later that do have the armed Chinooks. Excellent. We've cleared QL13 from An Loc to Loc Ninh of any blocks and minefields. You have been awarded 500 victory points. Yes. While the road is cleared today, you may have to patrol the road to ensure the Viet Cong don't lay more mines. So yeah, that's a given in this scenario. You have to protect your roads, and you'll have to constantly patrol them. Because I'm mean. 2 airstrikes remaining. We have 1 unit that recovered. We have 3 headquarters unable to provide supply. 4 units low on ammo. 4 helicopters that need to refuel. That's kind of crappy. And then 2 improved positions. And we cleared a mine. Let's do some damage. Oh, or not. Okay, so let's draw some fire by firing. We do have the high ground. We did just reduce and disrupt them. We can tell that because they're out in the open. We drew some fire, which is great. Drew more fire. Is that all that's going on? Let's shoot with this one. Okay, so we reduced that from 3 to 1. Let's see if we can come in here with our snakes and target this other one. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. We totally eliminated it. Perfect. Now let's bring in our loach and see if we can draw the fire from this guy. Nope. Let's drop down. Oh no! Oh. Dang. Okay, so that was good. We drew the fire. Now we can bring in our gunship. So we have to fly nap of the earth and be 1 hex away because that's our... Oh yeah, we eliminated it. Okay. Let's get brave. And we can attack this. There we go. We completely eliminated that company, which is perfect. That is awesome. We can now move our gunships. And I don't need to keep this battery here any longer, so let's load it up. And we can fly that towards An Loc. And we can send down some helicopters to pick up these guys. Look at that. We did a fantastic job. Let's just swap. Oh, let's put them there. Keep our teams together. And I'm going to make sure that my snakes are on top because I still haven't fixed the sound issue that we had. But everyone else can fly home. I don't think they'll go very far. No. How about these guys? A little bit further? Yeah. And we can grab our Hueys. We need 3 of them. And they're all here. So let's just grab them. Up to 1. High flight zone. And we'll fly down to this airfield. Don't have an... Oh, we have enough to get down too. So let's move 2 of them to there. And this one will go here and get prepared to land next turn. And the other 2 will land here while one of these platoons goes to secure that last point. That turned out really good. We didn't take any losses, and we destroyed them with our superior firepower. We rock. Heck yeah. That's a good thing. And here, they built an improved position. That's good. These platoons need to double time, and how far can they go? Let's get them all the way to because that's where they're going to be operating. So we're going to move these 2 platoons. They're with their company now. Their company is within. So let's highlight them so you can see what I'm talking about. This company is all together. That is what constitutes a company. We can take a look and see under the unit handbook. This is B company of the 1st 16th, and hence they're highlighted. All these units are part of that company. So we're going to have them protect the western side of the town. They're going to build an improved position here, and as the dozer completes its tasks, we'll have it continue and go around just to help protect this town. This is a very important town for us. We want to do everything we can to protect it. This is our vehicle park, or another word for a rocket magnet. What do we have here? Oh, we have another supply truck. And I don't know what he's part of, though, because he's out in the middle of nowhere. Who is he part of? Shoot. Oh, he's part of the artillery battalion headquarters down below. He's like way out of his area. That's not good. Okay, that's done. Here, let's capture this point and then come back, get on the trail, get in the helicopters. These helicopters can go back to the base. Drop down and refuel. There is more infantry here that need to transfer. Yeah, there's one there. We can load them up next turn. We also have some more infantry that need to be on helicopters there. Can they load? I don't think so. Let's try. No, darn. These guys can load though and get them in the sky. And we want to avoid this big open area because that's where the VC are. They're waiting. Okay, so let's find that platoon. There it is. Let's bring in our gunships. Ah, perfect. There we go. And we can send all these helicopters back now because they have done their task for the day. Same with these loaches. They can land. And these loaches can land. So after all these gunships have rearmed, we are going to send them on another mission to go back into this area over here to track down the VC that we found in this wooded area. I'm not going to send infantry in there because that is suicidal, I think. But we are going to send in the rest of our stuff. Our gunships and artillery. What are we doing? We need to get... There's a road here, which is faster. So let's move all these guys up along towards that road. For movement. This guy's going to catch a ride with the helicopters. These guys are going to run all the way along this road to our base. And I think we're just waiting here for everyone to come in. Collecting all of our troops. We have another machine gun. What? So here is this area. These all empty. They're all empty. They're all empty. But we are going to disperse our vehicles a bit and organize them properly. So this is a supply group. That goes there. So our motor pools are functioning properly, which is good. move. So with these vehicles, we can move one company at a time. That's what we want. What's this? Oh, cordless rifle and machine guns, or reconnaissance. Let's move that guy up there to help dig in. This guy, we're waiting for a helicopter. This guy is going to refuel. I don't see any other helicopters there, so that's good. Construction platoon, he is going to dig in to build a trench. We're going to start building trenches along this ridge line. Let's go coyote and feral hog hunting with the gunships. Yeah, no kidding, John. Absolutely. That's the fun part. We'll get this bridging engineer up into the safety area. We have more supply trucks. So this is the battalion supply. We have to keep our eye on that to make sure that it's safe. Actually, you know, we could even move all these units down into these protected areas here. And that way they're closer to a road where we're going to have to, you know, move from quickly, I guess. What's that? The battalion task force headquarters. Oh, we need to get this thing up to... oh yeah, we need to move that. That's the one that needs to go into the field. So we need to move that to helicopter. Is that the brigade task force? Or what is that? Oh, that's the brigade task force headquarters. So that's not going in the field. That's just staying back here at the base. So we can put that guy in this bunker here for safety. All these things are fixed. Yeah, I thought that was the battalion task force, but no, that's a brigade task force headquarters, which helps with our supply. But oh, let's go check out our... No, he's still not happy. Okay, decision time, people. We have our second LRRP team. Where are we going to put them? Where are we going to put them? Well, let's do a reconnaissance here. Let's see. There's some major trails in here. There's a landing zone here. There's a landing zone here. There's a landing zone here. What do you think? What do you think? Use the loaded transport highlight. Why? Use the loaded transport highlight. Oh, for, yeah, to see what else is there. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. It's just this guy here. He's loaded. But that's the engineer, so that's right. Thanks, Berto. I totally forgot about that. Anyways, we have a LRRP team eager to get into Cambodia, and I'm thinking we have 3 landing zones here: north, center, south. Which one do you think we should try and go for? Center, north, or south? Close to... yeah, we don't have a choice. It has to go into a landing zone, so it's just a matter of which landing zone are we going to go into. Center landing zone. Okay, so let's... Where's the border? Let's see. There's the border. So we're going to stay on our side of the border. We're going to come down. Oh, no, not there, not there, not there, not there. Oh, we got lucky we didn't get shot at. So I'm going to move this guy there so we can go directly across next turn towards this landing zone. I don't know if we're going to be able to land there next turn, but we'll see. I have to watch out for NVA, anti-aircraft, in this area. So I'm going to fly high over there. And maybe I don't have any loaches or anything, do I? Oh, I do. Let's get him down. And refueling. Oh, I can't. Yeah. Let's refuel him, bring him down, and then they'll both go over. Although, if you remember last time I did that, I lost one of my loaches. It had the very bad misfortune of being on a hex. That was an anti-aircraft gun, and it wiped it out, unfortunately. That was a bad day. That was a bad day. Okay, so center, that's the landing zone we're going to go for. I think this is all done. We're happy with that. Let's go down to first 16th, make sure they're all happy. We have helicopters en route to pick everyone up. We took out those BC company that was attacking us. We are happy campers. These guys are digging in. All right, let's end the turn. Oh no, let's not. We have to go back down and move this dozer towards the Chinook, which will get there next turn, and then we can load it up and head it north. But now we can end the turn. It's all your fault, John. All your fault. So there is a lot more significant movement now. As I mentioned before, I corrected the NVA movement in Cambodia to make sure that they were patrolling correctly, and now they are patrolling correctly. So before they seemed to be stuck, but that has been fixed. So all the NVA companies, they all have different routes that they're going to be choosing to help, or not help, but to hinder your LRRP units and their advances around Cambodia. Oh, lots of movement, but I don't see anything. That's nerve-wracking. Let's go find that LRRP unit. It's up here. So right now, and he still hasn't recovered that, we might have to fly him out to recover. I will add a new special type of cache, US cache, that you can land in occupied, or not occupied, but no-go zones like this, like Cambodia. And that'll be like a one strength point special cache that has the same commando flags as the LRRP, as we mentioned before. Hey, Stipe, good to see you. 2 airstrikes remaining. 5 headquarters unable to provide supply. 4 units low on ammo. We have 2. Oh, these things need to land, these gunships. And we have 2 improved positions. So let's go back up here. He's still foobarred, eh? That's too bad. So what do you think? Should we cut him through the woods to head back to this landing zone? Because we can't lay any IEDs while he's low on ammo. What do you think? Or should we just leave him here and wait for him to do it? I mean, he's got really good access, visibility to these trails here. He can see 1, 2, 3 trails, and they're pretty important trails because of the way that they're moving. So if there is something that comes through here, we'll see it. The problem is we're not being efficient and saving or laying IEDs to hold them, regroup. Okay, so we need a tiebreaker. Do we hold or do we send them back for rearming? What do you think? One more opinion. You can do it. Maybe have him call in an airstrike. Well, there's no sense calling an airstrike if he doesn't have anything to shoot at. So we have 2 holds. Yeah, so hold it is. We're going to leave him there for now. But we do have another LRRP team that we're going to move in, so that's good. But first, we're going to get this recon helicopter up and joining this guy. Do we have enough to it? No, we don't. So we're going to fly these 2 helicopters, the Loaches and these 2 strength point slicks over here to drop in that team. That's the plan. Yeah, wait until he sees something on the trail. Yeah, for sure. That being the case, it'd be more beneficial to be not in this environment. mainly because by the time we call in an airstrike, the unit could have moved by then. But if we're up in this area up here, we're likely to see something on the trails and therefore have a reason to call something. So let's move him up. So here we can see quite a lot of things. We can see this whole trail over here, and we can see part of that trail. So we should be able to see if something comes up in this area. This is a better visibility to call it an airstrike. We might even move back over into this location here, because then we can see this entire leg of the trail. Maybe not this anymore, but we'll be able to see this trail for sure. So let's do that. Okay, next turn we're going to fly in our second LRRP team, and we shall be good with that. Here we're just moving our troops back. These helicopters are coming in. Oh no, who's that guy? That guy's actually going back to the airfield, because he is part of the D1st 4th, so that's our aero rifle platoon. Let's send him back here. Don't have enough to continue landing, so that's fine. This guy, we're going to double time towards the helicopter. Not going to get there. Next time. And then these two platoons are also going to continue double timing towards the base. So these two platoons, they need to run as quickly as they can to this base. That's where they're going to be hanging out. The dozers are okay there. What do we have here? Gunships that need to refuel. Drop down. They're refueling now. We can load up these helicopters. And we don't have any. They're refueled. They're ready to go. Do we have any extra helicopters here? Let's see. They're on the ground. They're on the ground. They don't have enough action points to get on the ground. These guys are all doing their thing. They're still digging in. Oh, this brigade task force headquarters is going to put in that bunker. Next turn. So that brigade headquarters, that task force, is providing supply to all this area. And right now, it doesn't have any ammo. So it's not providing supply to anyone. That's not a good thing, because our main headquarters, which is providing supply, is way the heck down here. So let's see what kind of impact that's going to have on supply all the way up north. So let's show our command range. As you can see, here's our 50%, resupply line. But let's go all the way up here. So here, this thing only has a 4% chance of being resupplied every turn. That's why it's not getting resupplied, because the brigade headquarters, the task force headquarters that's up here, isn't supplying it yet, because it's still out of ammo, because it's moving, and we have one more move to do. So we'll wait for that to happen, and then we'll try again. All right, down here we have all of our helicopters heading back to refuel. There's a supply truck. We can drop down there. We can do the same here. There's a supply truck, so we can drop down there. And we have our Chinooks here. We can drop down there, also get resupplied, and we have our artillery battery there, so that is good. Now, where are our other helicopters? Here. So we're going to go collect this point with this guy. Bring it back, or not. These two helicopters are going to land. One is going to load up that infantry. These guys are going to land and pick up that infantry and take off, head north. This one is going to take off as well and also head north, and this helicopter here is going to wait for this platoon to come back. can't move it. Darn it. Let's see if we can double time it. Oh, yeah. At least one hex. So next turn we'll be able to at least get to the helicopter hex, load up, and take off at least partially. These are going to wait. This is all secure. We're happy about that. That's a good thing. Now we're just going to continue building up our base here. Let's see, did we build? We did build. Look at that. We built some more trenches. Let's move our dozer. These guys still haven't built a trench yet. They're very slow. They built something. They built something. So we're building a lot of defenses here, which is good. I think I might take this platoon over and build improved positions along this airfield. In case random mortar fire attacks, we don't want to be losing helicopters to that, because that's not very pleasant. We'll move this jeep up there. Oh, that might be too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think we're okay. For loggering, you need to make sure that you're within 8 hexes of the central part of the town, and if you are, you should be safe for protecting your zone for the night. I don't remember if it's 8 hexes or 10 hexes. Anyways, it's a fairly decent ring that you can have your units out, so you're not surprised. Unless your units are in the field, then you might get surprised. Okay, they're done. We have the dozers almost ready to be loaded. Can we load? Let's see. Oh, we can't. Can't take off, though. So we're just going to leave them there. These guys, they built an improved position. So now we're going to build a trench. And that'll give some protection to Lie K here. There's some Arvin troops here, but they're fixed for obvious reasons. And once this is done, we'll send another Chinook down here to go pick them up, because we're going to need them for tomorrow's tasks in building a Firebase. So we want to make sure we have all of our dozers, all of our construction engineers split up between the 2 battalions. A 3rd battalion will be arriving tomorrow, so we have to worry about that. It's almost nighttime. We only have 7 turns of daylight, but we're doing really well. Really, this is fantastic. I think that's all we're going to do. Let's end the turn. Now, let's go up to that LRRP team and see if we can see anything. We did lay an IED there, and here, and here. Keeping an eye out to see if we see anything at all. Now, just because the trails are there doesn't mean we will actually see something, because they could be moving and we not see them. They're in the woods, the trails are in the woods, so we might not see anything that's moving along them, but we're hoping that we do. We have seen it before. We did call in an airstrike. I don't think it hit anything, but at least we tried. The troops who are taking their sweet time constructing the trench must be paid by the hour. Absolutely. That's true, Compass Rose. Very true indeed. So much movement. So the vast majority of that movement, just for the record, is the NVA patrolling in Cambodia. That's how eager they are to find you, so keep that in mind. Okay, now we're back to our turn. All right. 2 airstrikes remaining, 2 headquarters, unidentified supply, 2 units low on ammo, and we have a Huey that's low on fuel. Let's go to 9372. I'm going to Alt-X, 9372. Oh, yeah, he's almost there. That's fine. We're going to... you know what? Let's land right there. And the last, we're not going to put the brigade headquarters in that bunker. We're going to leave it out here for now and use it as an additional supply point for this airfield. So that means we have supply here, 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 and here. That covers the entire field, so I can land wherever and not have to worry about it. this infantry we can take off and send them towards the Firebase. Where is the Firebase? There it is. Here we can load up and we can fly towards the Firebase as well. Oh, can I? Why can't I take off? I don't have enough action points to take off because of my troops inside, unfortunately. And we can double time these guys, get them moving. These guys can load up, take off twice, start flying towards the base. Let's disperse our companies so we know where they're going to be. So we're going to put one company here, and the other company back here. So let's move this guy this way. We'll have one company in here, one company out here, one company here. And that will help. We also want to have a Chinook close by because we want to move that battery as quickly as possible. We don't want to be leaving it sit there while everyone else is gone. Okay. Now, John said we were going to go to the central place. So let's fly over here. So yeah, my sound file, I need to get that fixed. Unfortunately for the loaches, they're not picking up sound sometimes. Let's fly over this landing zone. Oh shoot. There's a machine gun there. Okay. So that's not a good, that's a hot landing zone. I don't think we want to land there. What do you think, John? Head back south or head north? I don't want to land there with my guys. But we have to land somewhere, so here or here? North or south? Everyone decide. Let's see what happens. Center's a no-go. It's covered by a machine gun, which means we'll be eliminated, so there's no sense doing that. North, I got one north. Two norths, there we go. Let's do that. So let's fly to the north. Let's send our helicopter up. Don't die! Oh, that's good. We're not being shot at. Let's drop it down. Fly around. Nope, we're good. Let's just put it. Yeah, no, let's come in here. Let's drop down. Now, I don't have enough action points to land and take off again, so I'm going to hold back for one turn, and we'll land next turn. And if anything's there, they'll shoot at that loach. Okay, so we have a plan now. That's good. And also, keep in mind, there's a machine gun here, so we want to avoid this open area. Or we don't avoid it, and we try and... the problem is that our LRP teams are only one strength point. They have a high defense, though. So if we can target them from a kilometer away, we should be fine against that machine gun. So we could call it an airstrike there to take that thing out. The only problem is, to find out if it's there or not, we have to send in a helicopter to get shot at. That's not good. Okay. I digress. So here we're happy with everything, I think. Helicopters are refueled, gunships are refueled. Yeah. So next turn, we're going to send our gunships. We can unload this guy. So he's part of D Troop. He's going to stay here as protection. We'll just put him there just so we know. He's still building a trench. These guys can help build an improved position. And then we only have one more improved position and trench to build, and that's here. So we're going to upgrade this to a trench, upgrade that to a trench, this to a trench, these two to a trench, and that'll give decent protection for there. We might do something in this area, but I haven't decided what yet, mainly because we don't have enough troops to do everything. Okay, let's go to 1st 16th area. We can load this guy up. Get him airborne. Go as far as we can. Fortunately, we're not fighting any machine guns or anything like that hidden in the woods. Yay! And we can send these guys back to this airfield up here. Where are we going to land? Let's land in the middle. Drop down. And we can unload next turn. We can't unload this turn. This battery, let's unload it. Oh, I can't. It takes... No. Because it refueled while it was still carrying something. We have to wait until there's more action points for the Chinook to unload. And these guys we're going to bring in here to start digging in there again to protect that airfield. Here we're going to dig in. This guy's still trying to dig in. We have dozers. They're going to come over here. Help with those guys digging in because they're obviously drinking too much beer. Unbelievable. I think that's all. That's it pretty much. That's all clear. We just have one more helicopter to land. And down here we have... we can load up. Oh, they did load. Let's take off then. So we have a dozer here. We're going to send them... I think this dozer we're going to send to Konthan. To this beautiful airfield here. And we're going to start having it build in trenches and all that good stuff. That's what it's going to do during the night. It's going to build. Build. Here, they have not built the trenches yet. And they will be heading towards the airfield for that 6 strength point Chinook to come down, pick them up, and head them north to Anlock. So I have 2 construction platoons on the map, and I have 3 dozers. I'm sending 1 construction platoon and 1 dozer to both Loch Ninh and Anlock, and then 1 dozer is going to remain at Konthan, even though I don't have any troops there yet, but troops will be coming tomorrow. So, there we go. Let's end the turn. Oh, let's just zoom up to our issue up here. Make sure that we don't get shot at. And if we do get shot at, we'll figure it out. Compass Rose is asking, with a landing in a hot LZ, what were you more worried about losing that caused you to change the landing zone to the north? The group unit or the helo? Landing in a hot LZ really happened. Yeah, for sure. And if I had gunship support, if I had artillery support, if I had more infantry to land in a hot LZ, totally, I'm happy with doing that. But because it's a special forces unit, I only have 2 of them on the map right now. I don't want to risk losing it, especially since it's going to cost me an X amount of points for not having one of my LRRP units throughout the whole scenario in Cambodia. So if I lose it on the first turn that it lands in Cambodia, that doesn't do anyone any good. So it makes more sense to me to fly into a cold landing zone for longevity. You don't want to be wasting your best units on just to take out landing zone. I don't think. But different situation. If I had to land in that landing zone, then I would absolutely land with an infantry company. I would, soften it up with artillery. I would soften it up with your gunships just to... And if it's hot, it's hot. But at least you're going to do something that you can to get your troops on the ground alive, or mostly alive, and do what you can, right? But in that situation, because it's just a single LRRP unit, is that worth the risk? No, I don't think it is. I think it's far more advantageous to have my team land somewhere else and then go hunt that machine gun down with airstrikes, or even a gunship. Send a gunship over there if it doesn't get shot down on the way. So yeah, would I land in the hot landing zone? For sure, if it deemed necessary. But why would I put my troops at risk if it isn't necessary? And in that situation, it wasn't necessary. That was the whole point of having that loach there. Because if the loach wasn't there, I would have touched down on the ground, and my helicopter could have absolutely been wiped out by that machine gun, taking out my LRRP team at the same time, which would have been, just heartbreaking. And it's not like I haven't already lost enough troops. Now, we do have that LRRP team up here, and so far he hasn't seen anything. Okay, let's see. Night will be arriving in the next handful of turns. You should have your forces on the way to or at the biovac areas for the night. The loggers include 2nd 28th Task Force at the Area Louisiana Firebase at Landing Zone Louisiana 5. 1st 16th Task Force at the An Loc Base. 3rd Brigade Task Force Headquarters at the Loc Ninh Base. The D2nd 28th and Engineering Task Force at the Loc... Oh, we forgot to move that engineer. Crap. At the Loc Ninh Base. So here, it says here, to keep units within 1 kilometer, or no, note, keep units within 1 kilometer or 4 hexes of a fire base and 1.5 kilometers of a base area in order to complete the required nightly biovacs. Now, I gave a little bit of flexibility for the base areas. It's actually 8, but I say 1.5 to make sure that you're paying attention and that you have your troops closer to the center point of that base area. For keeping your non-mobile supply units within 2 kilometers of your 1st Brigade headquarters, you continue to gain additional supply. Now this, I'll show you what I'm talking about when I'm referring to this, just so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. It isn't a lot of supply that you're gaining, but it is something, and something could make the difference between your helicopters being in supply or your artillery being in supply and not. So I always make sure that this happens. So we'll go check this out here in a second. And for keeping your non-mobile supply units within 3rd Brigade headquarters, you can see, yeah. So I did that a couple of times. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So we have 2 airstrikes remaining. We have 1 headquarters uninterrupted supply. We have 2 units low on ammo. And we have built an improved position. I presume that's the trenches up at Loc Ninh. Now let's go down to 3rd Brigade headquarters. That's what this is here. We have the 3rd Brigade headquarters. As we can see, everything's highlighted. But the non-mobile units are these supply caches. And there's a few of them in here somewhere. Let's highlight loaded trucks. So yeah. So all of these loaded trucks have these non-mobile supply caches. And I have to keep them within 2 kilometers of my brigade headquarters. What does that mean? 8 hexes. So I could take these trucks and supply headquarters and move them up to this airfield because it's still within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, within 8 hexes of my brigade headquarters. But I don't need to do that right now because I have enough supply trucks to not worry about it. So, is it a lot? I think it's 15 extra ammo that you get, which took me over the edge. So I'm back up to full strength. Just by doing that simple task. Just by keeping my non-mobile supply units near my brigade headquarters. Something so simple makes all the world of difference for making sure that you're still in ammo. Okay, let's go up and land our LRRP team. Let's just do another quick fly around, make sure that we're good. Yeah, that isn't working. So we need to fix that, Birdo. Just a reminder again. So there's nothing there. We're gonna drop in here with our team. For operating an LRP unit in Cambodia for 80 turns, we gain 500 points. Yay! And we're on the ground. We're unloading, and then we're getting back into the sky as quickly as we can. And this loach will also get back up into the sky and join this bird back to the base. Now, we have a decision to make with the LRP team. There are... So this is all wooded area. We know there's a machine gun down here. We could go hunting that machine gun. Or we can send them... Okay, here's the choices. We can go on this north trail. We can go on this center trail. Or we could head south. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do? North, center, south. We got one north. North, yeah, that's two norths. Okay, so let's go north. I'm not going to go on the trail. I'm going to go there, and then go on the trail. You know what I'm also going... let's see. Since I still have 7 turns with this loach, I'm going to move this loach over here. Drop it down. See if we can see anything moving while this thing goes back to safety. Ooh, that's a good idea. We have some helicopters here. Let's get them up over here. And we have a whole bunch of stuff to unload. Drop down, unload, take off again, just so we're not causing a havoc. And who does this guy belong to? Let's see. He belongs to that guy. Let's put him there. Next, we have this has the highest most action points. Let's move him here, drop him down, unload, get that helicopter off the ground again, just for safety purposes. And who does he belong to? He belongs to this company down here, so we're going to move him down there. And lastly, let's move that guy down. On the ground, unload. Ooh, we can barely squeak off the ground. Let's move that guy there. Who does he belong to? He belongs there. So, we're moving our troops so that they're all operating together. We're double timing this guy, and this guy's double timing this way. Let's see, do we have anyone left? So we're missing a platoon. We're actually missing a platoon. Where's our other platoon? Here? Ah, it's here. We need to load it up. But we don't have any helicopters. Oh, we do have one. Okay, so let's bring this guy down. Let's double time him. See if we can load. Yeah, then next turn we can take off with him and send him to the base. Let's just make sure that, so they built a trench there, that's good. They can move there. They can move there. They're still trying to build. We have some more vehicles. We can put them in our park. And we have more supply vehicles. We can put them in our park. These are our armed trucks that can move a company. They're not... Okay, so we're doing well, which is good. These dozers, you know what we can do with these dozers? Let's just start sending them back down this road, all the way back to the base. No, maybe down to here, and they can catch a ride. That's a good idea. They can catch a ride. Helicopters are LRRP teams in Cambodia. Did he recover? Aha! Look at that. We just had to wait long enough. Okay. What are we going to do with this guy? He's got eyes. He's got ammo, so we can go back to laying IEDs. So let's go to this trail here. Let's just double time. Let's go on that trail. Perfect. So we just had to wait. Yay for patience. These helicopters we can unload. Yeah, you see, I don't have enough room here. That's the problem. I don't have enough room at this airfield to do everything that I want to do. It's not big enough. It's just not big enough. Yeah, you see, I have to... Oh, that's frustrating. I need to move one of these helicopters out of the way and land it again. And then unload my battery, because I was overstacked. So these Chinooks can take off again. And they're actually going to head south, because they have to go pick up that construction platoon to bring it up here. These two platoons, where are they going? Oh, they're a whole new company, and we're going to put them in this area down here. So we're digging, we're digging, we're digging, we're digging. We're going to, we have a dozer here, we're going to join them digging, and that'll expedite that quite quickly, I think. Look, how many turns is that now? 8 turns that they never dug in, but this dozer should change that. Same with these guys. These guys, at least 5 turns that they haven't dug anything. Unbelievable. They haven't built the trenches yet. Let's find that Chinook. Where's that Chinook? Somewhere up here. There it is. Now, there's a beautiful runway somewhere around here. Right there. Look at that. Helps if I select it in order to move it. That's important. So this airfield is just south of Con Than. This is Con Than. And actually we can move all the way up here, drop down, and then land. And next turn, we're going to unload this dozer. And this dozer is going to be spending time. All it's going to be doing for the night is meandering around here, building trenches and building improved positions for the next battalion that's going to be operating from here. And I don't remember if it's operating out of the town or operating out of the airfield. I think it's operating out of the airfield, but I don't remember. We have one more infantry platoon up here. Let's bring it down. So I only have 4 more turns before nightfall. Can I unload? Oh, yes. So all my infantry need to be around this area here because it's supposed to be within 1.5 kilometers according to the notes. So my whole battalion needs to be within 1.5 kilometers of there. I will double check to make sure that I don't have any unit. Oh, like that. This held. There we go. That right there. That's a problem. Do I have a 6 strength point? Do I have a 6 strength point vehicle to move that? And quite frankly, I don't think I do. Come on. I have 6 strength point jeeps. I guess that's what we have to try and do then, because that's all we have, and we have to move that battery closer to here. So let's get that Jeeps up there and see if it'll be enough to haul those. I don't think so, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. That's actually really funny. Okay, that's all we can do. There we go. Let's save it, and let's end the turn. Oh, you know what I didn't do? So, next turn, what we're going to do, here's our LRRP teams. Let's just keep our eyes over here. You can see both of them. There's one there, there's a helicopter there, there's the other one way up here. Just to see if we see anything within our line of sight. We can zoom into it quickly. We need to turn off the attack values for this LRRP team so it doesn't shoot at anything. We don't want it to shoot at anything unless we can see that it is a supply unit. If we find a supply unit, we're going to attack it and we're going to kill it. But we don't want it to be shooting at a NVA company. That would be a bad day. Let's just do this. Just zooming out a bit. Here's our Special Forces team. Here's our Special Forces team. Here's our Loach, keeping an eye on this trail for us. And with our Brigade Task Force headquarters up here, it should help keep these guys in supply more so than before, we hope. Because I stopped moving it, for one thing. And now that we have 100% ammo, that makes a world of difference, right? 3 airstrikes remaining, 1 unit low on ammo, and we have Huey that is at 46.62. That's low on fuel. Let's go find that straight away. It's at the airfield here. Let's put that up, and let's get this up. Fly it back to the airfield. Same with the other helicopters. And nope, not the dozers. Not those. Let's zoom in. These guys, they are no longer fatigued. We can double time again. This guy, who does he belong to? I'm highlighting the company. There's that. And I think both of these guys are here. So we're just missing a couple of platoons from that company. And that's it. And then I think we have all of our units together that are supposed to be there. With the exception of the 1 platoon that is at the base still, which is in here. Take off, head towards this landing zone. And next turn we'll be able to land there. Now we have a task for our gunships. Let's get them up in the sky. And let's sort out our teams. With our Loaches. Where are they? Where are our Loaches? Oh, they need to land. And what's this? They also need to land. Oh, I don't have enough action points to land. So we only have 1 Loach over here. Oh, no, we have 2 Loaches. Okay. But we have 3 Hogs. We haven't lost any gunships yet, but we've lost some reconnaissance helicopters. Here's these Loaches. I do have spare OH3s down at the brigade headquarters that are attached to the artillery, and I have one more OH6 that is attached to the brigade as well that I haven't taken out into the field. So we have 2 pink teams and just a red team here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fly over this way, because in this sector here somewhere there was the VC base. So we're going to go hunt that down. And we're going to use gunships for that. And artillery. Now that we have a battery here, now if you remember correctly, there was the VC encampment here. So we're going to just start pummeling that with artillery. Doesn't matter where it is, we're just going to start hitting it. And we'll bring in our pink teams to help cause more chaos. Because we have hogs, we can stand off, we just have to find out where the boundary is and start pummeling. That's the plan. And we don't have any units around there, so we're not worried about drifting. We should be okay. I could send a company down there, but I am more worried about my casualties. Actually, these guys aren't too bad. These guys are... oh no. Yeah, there are some bad ones. So we have suffered some losses. Okay. Let's get our team on the trail. So we did that. Let's... what we're going to do is I'm going to take this loach. I'm going to go along the trail. See if we get shot at. So we're not getting shot at. That's good. So our team is safe. So let's go back. And let's just fly. Now, we could be not getting shot at because they ran out of action points. If there's a patrol here, we're not seeing them. But I think we're okay. So we'll continue going along this northern trail, and let's find some places where we can start laying some IEDs. We have our 2 strength point helicopters. Let's send them back over to this Firebase. Oh, no! Oh, look at that. That's a heavy machine gun. It's a quad machine gun. Quad 14.7 millimeter maybe. Oh, and we lost it. Freaking. Now, what would be really cool is that if that helicopter got shot down but it crashed, it would leave a crew somewhere so we could go rescue it. That would be cool. I don't think that's possible, but that would be cool. Like there's a 10% chance that the crew survives, and poof, there's a crew there. Or in a random hex after it crashes. Man, I'm disappointed that we lost that helicopter. Okay, so I'm going to send this Special Forces team across this river to this location here, and we're going to set an IED at that point there. Yeah, boo, absolutely. Hurts my feeling. Let's just check the situation here. Let's dig in this guy. Oh no, actually, we're going to dig in this airfield. So we're going to move this platoon, this D troop platoon, up here, and we're going to start digging in. Just improve positions along the airfield. Not trenches, just improve positions. Improved positions don't affect movement, which is nice, whereas trenches do. It costs you a lot of points to go in and out of trenches, logically so, but improved positions not so much. So it's, in some cases, it's more beneficial, like on this runway, to build improved positions. Oh, we have a helicopter there. Oh, that's because he can't land. Okay, down south. let's see. We can't move. Let's move these helicopters out of the way. Can I land? Oh, I can. Perfect. And let's see if we can load up that gun. Oh, we can totally load up that gun with our jeeps. That's impressive. And we can double time this infantry towards the base. Towards this hill ridge, actually. That's where they're going. We're double timing them to move as quickly as they can. And same for this one. Seems that most of our companies are at about 80% strength, which is good. This Chinook is going to fly all the way south to Lai K. I don't think it's going to get that far. Let's see how far it goes. Oh, just 2 Contan. Oh, speaking of Contan, we have the other dozers here. Now that they have unloaded, we can get this back in the air. Now we're going to send that all the... Well, where are we going to send that? Oh, we're going to go pick up those other dozers that are going towards Loch Ninh. Okay, so these dozers, where can we start building? Bunker, bunker, trench. So that's a good position already. So let's start building along this rail line. Or, I don't know, where should we build? Here? That's a good position, actually. Let's do that. That's a great position. Defend a pagoda. Nice. And down south, let's see what's going on. Did they build the trench yet? No, denied. Okay, let's just double check this. Did we build everything that we wanted to build here? No, no, no. Yes. We have our task force headquarters. Who do you belong to? Just this battalion. Okay, that's fine. They're going in the field, so it's good for me to keep them out so I can see where they are quickly. We have our helicopters here, which is super. I'm half tempted to move this. Yeah, I'm really tempted to move this airfield over to here because there's more room. The only problem is that adds to extra flight time, right? That's an extra half a turn right there. Just a flight time going back and forth. I guess it'll depend on if we need it or not. Maybe we can disperse these helicopters. Like we did take over this airfield down here. So maybe we can disperse them. But then that requires protection. So, decisions. Gosh darn it. Oh well. Let's go up here. Just make sure that we did move everything, which we did. Okay, let's end the turn. We didn't build any improved positions here, though, for this airfield. Let's go over to Cambodia. Oh, there's so many VC locations. This is Cambodia. We're just finding... Oh, there we go. There's one of our special forces team. And here's the other one right there. So we have good eyes on them. This is Louisiana 5, the Firebase down here. This is the northern LRRP team. This is the southern LRRP team. Both operating in Cambodia. Both get points for that, which is great. So as I mentioned before, I think we were here for X amount of turns and we got some points, which is great. 500 points, I think, just for operating in here. Oh, that was one thing I had to double check. Yeah, I got the calculations wrong. I have to double check this. Double check. I haven't seen anything yet. Have you seen anything? As a general rule, in order to successfully logger, you must have your... Yeah, here we go. As a general rule, in order to successfully logger, you must have all your designated units within 1 kilometer of the described Firebase or 2 kilometers of the designated city bases. So I've given you some extra leeway here. 3 headquarters, or 3 airstrikes remaining, 2 headquarters, unoverride supply, 1 unit low on ammo, 1 helicopter needs to refuel at 96.71, and we did build some more improved positions. Yeah, here we're gonna just start laying waste. I'm not going to bring infantry in here. I'm gonna maintain my strength. We're only on day 1. But we are gonna bring our gunships over. Just get ready to corral. I think they're in here, but I don't know for sure. So let's bring our loach over. Where's our other loach? There it is. I'm just going to go around. I think we'll leave the loaches there to see what happens. And we'll leave the gunships out here also to see what happens. But we're also going to send in more artillery. We have hogs, we have Hueys, we're going to land. We're going to unload and take off again. Oh shoot, clicked the wrong thing. Go over to the base. Locking in. Let's see what is in the sky. That is in the sky, but I don't think that's what the problem was. These can land. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have our helicopters on the ground. And we're going to start building bases there. They did not build anything. They did not build anything. They're defending. That's all that we have. Let's go check out our LRRP teams. So I want to get this guy to this trail here. We're going to set an IED there. And then we're going to set an IED here. Those are 2 pretty prominent intersections. Let's go for a cruise. I'm going to drop down and do a reconnaissance. Nope. We can move our guy safely then. Let's move this way, do the same thing. This is a good, nice, look at that. This is a good intersection to set some IEDs there. Do I have enough to? Yeah, I do. So I'm going to do a reconnaissance here. Make sure nothing's popping up. Nothing is. Let's just pop back up into low flight zone. So yeah, I think these 2 locations will be good for IEDs. What do you think? Good idea? I think so. Then we'll continue on this way, and there's a whole bunch of different intersections in here, so we can utilize this area here for ooh, maybe we could even do some spotting from there. Depends on the thickness of the woods. That would be a good oh yeah, that would be a good location to to spot from. But first we're going to set some IEDs. We'll double check that to see if it is a good location or not, because we want to have a location where we can lay down some airstrikes. And right now we can't lay any airstrikes because we don't have any targets. Okay, let's end. So let's not end. Let's just go double check. All right, is this all good down here? No, we haven't moved anything yet. They're still building. They're just refueling and waiting. Oh, they finally built something. That's good. Let's swap these to the top of the stack. Let's move the infantry to the top of the stack. Now, the only reason why I'm moving things to the top of the stack is because I don't want to see the truck on the top of the stack. I want to see what's more powerful at the top of the stack. That's just easy for me. If I'm in this view here, I can quickly see I have infantry infantry platoons there, which makes my life easier. These guys are still trying to build an entrenchment here. Wow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units doing that, and they still haven't done it. Slackers. Okay, that's that. Helicopters we have to move. Oh, this thing we have to move. The dozers we're going to put into there. Next turn we can... start building a trench, or building an improved position and then a trench. That burned all of our action points to get that 6 strength point Chinook, our only 6 strength Chinook down here. We did build a trench there though, so how far can this guy move? He can move all the way here. So I might move these supply trucks down here, and that's where the Chinook is going to land. That saves a lot of walking and makes it faster. The other 4 strength Chinook is where? It's at Gondan, I think. There it is. So it's flying high, and I think we're going to send it to Loch Ninh first to refuel, because by the time it gets there it's going to be low, and I don't want to risk losing that. So let's send it to Loch Ninh. It flew so far that it didn't even get that. Yeah, it didn't make it that far. Oh shoot, there's some units here. What's this? Darn it. Oh, and the engineer. Oh no! We forgot about the engineer. For like 4 turns now, we forgot about the engineer. Shoot. Okay, let's load him up. We have 3 turns to get him back to Loch Ninh, or to up to Loch Ninh. Oh, no, we should be able to make it there before dark, because once dark hits, the vehicles slow down significantly, like reduced in half or more. So we have to remember. That's a machine gun. Let's unload. They're gonna build. They're building. Okay, everyone's busy, which is good. That's important. It's important to be busy. The last thing you want to do in this scenario is have your units not doing anything. Oh no! Look at that! Look at that! I found a base. Oh no, am I going to lose my loach? Don't lose it. Don't lose it, please. Don't lose it. Now we know where to target, though. That's a company, infantry company. That's supplies. What's that? I don't know what that is. Whoa, look at that. Oh man, that's cool. So we're firing at something. We don't want to lose this. See this here? This means this is the primary supply point of our gunships, basically. So we don't want to lose that. But it's sitting right over... it's sitting right over a frickin' base. I thought it was here. Obviously, because that's where my artillery is. I didn't realize it was all the way out here. Where's my other loach? Oh, there it is up here. Run away! Run away! Quit firing at the water buffaloes. Isn't that the truth, Compass Rose? Now, my question is, am I going to still be able to spot anything on my turn after the new LOS check? Let us see. At least we can get shot at again. That's good. 3 airstrikes remaining. 1 unit is undisrupted or recovered morale. Okay, that's good. Our loach. 1 unit is low on ammo, and we have built, finally, that National Police. That only took 38 turns. And the M60 machine gun. So we do still see some things, which is good. Okay, first things first, we're going to take this loach. We're going to get up in the sky and get the heck out of there. So we know there's stuff in here, which is great. Now, I wonder, I'm going to drop down again. I should still be able to see that. The visibility doesn't work for that. We have 3 visibility, so I'm going to call it an airstrike right there. Since I have airstrikes, and they're going to be done here soon, so I need to call in my airstrikes. And I'm going to target that with my gunships. Don't know if I'm hitting it, but I'm going to try. Now, let's bring in our other loach. See if we can spot something up there. No, we're not spotting. Darn. But, let's move this loach down here. And we want to see if this platoon goes somewhere else. So we're going to keep an eye out here, but we're going to shoot at that platoon. Again, don't know if I'm doing any damage, but we see it, which is good. This gunship, actually, since we see that guy, let's go target him again. Okay, and now let's take our battery. We're going to hit that. We're going to hit that. We're going to keep this guy up in the sky. We're going to move him out of the way a little bit. That's all we can do there. We have gunships all around. We have artillery coming in. We have an airstrike coming in. Let's call it another airstrike because we only have a couple of turns left before my airstrikes get taken away. So let's just use them. How about some more bombs? So we have a couple of A4s coming in with bombs to hit whatever's there. Let's take a look at our Firebase. Who do you belong to? This company. Who do you belong to? This company. And this belongs over here. But we do have 2 more platoons on the way. That we're going to leave Oh, so slow. We have this guy. Let's move him up. And then over to locked in. Now we can drop them down, and we can't land them, but at least we can get to nap of the earth. So next turn we can just land them right there. And he is above an airfield, so that's perfect. Our LRP team, let's see, what's this? This is an intersection. Let's try and lay a IED right there. Did we do it? No, we burned through our action points, unfortunately. And here we're going to go for this one. And next turn we should be all right. So I'm going to go up to high and fly back to refuel. Oh no! No! That stupid freaking machine gun. Oh, I can't see. I was going to say call it an airstrike there, but I don't think... I wonder if I call it an airstrike there, if it would hit it. Let's try. Let's try. See what happens. So the sound isn't working for that. Oh no, we're flying high. Don't shoot at me. That's a machine gun. We should be okay. Our precious Loche. Wow, 3 shots. Unacceptable. Let's just zoom in here. Okay, now we can land. Hopefully, maybe. Oh yes, now we're refueling. We'll use him again. I'm curious to see if we're going to get an airstrike there or not. I hope so. Alright, let's double check this. Everyone is still doing their thing. There, everyone's building. Okay, let's go down to first 16th. Where's our jeeps? There they are. This is our battery. We'll just leave it there. Remember where it is. These guys can double time towards the battery. Let's just highlight them so I know where the rest of the company is. 1, 2, oh, there, right there. Right beside it. That's it. And then we have our dozers here. We're going to start building in or digging in. Where are our Chinooks? There's our Chinooks. They're flying to locked in. All the way north. Oh, and our engineers. Can't forget our engineers. Look at that. They just hauled all the way there. Oops. And we can land next turn. But our engineers here, they have full strength. Let's head up the road. Hopefully not get shot at. There we go. So we should be able to be there next turn, which gives us time. And that engineer will just spend some time building improved positions once we get there. Here at Lai K, we're going to land our Chinook, our other Chinook, our big Chinook. And there we go. So we're going to refuel. We load. Oh, not enough action points. That's what we can do there. That's it. We're done. Did we move that second? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we moved everyone. This guy's going to set an IED there. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're getting shot at. Ooh, that's too close. Ooh, that's way too close. So we saw supplies here. We saw a machine gun here. We know that there's a machine gun there firing at us. We saw infantry. We're hoping to see something here with these helicopters all abound. But our visibility is getting really low. It's only 3 hexes now. So night is definitely coming. Which makes sense because it's turned 38. I was hoping to see something, but we haven't seen anything yet. Oh, shoot, look at that. That's a full company. Oh, man. We'll have to keep an eye on these to see if they're going to come attack our firebase. That would suck on the first night being attacked already. Really? One airstrike remaining, 2 headquarters, unable to provide supply, 1 unit low on ammo, and we built a bunch of stuff. We have bombs. It targeted the right hex, I think. Did it? But these 2 airstrikes didn't come in. That's too bad. Okay, let's fly over here. We're gonna come really close here. There they are. Aha! And we're gonna move 1 hex away, and we're going to target some juicy targets. Wish I had more shots. So I'm alternating which one I pick because I don't want to be picking the same unit. Let's bring in this gunship as well. So hopefully I caused some casualties there, but I don't know for sure. I'm going to move these helicopters off the trail. And I'm going to leave this one. Oh, where should I put this one? Maybe here. It's going to be staying at the low flying altitude, so it should see if anything comes in any of these hexes here. These guys are going to continue running. I think I have, yeah, I have all my companies here in this area. We're good. We have a battery here, which is also good. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a couple of tunes here, and we're going to build an improved position, just in case we get attacked. This dozer is going to go there, wait for a Chinook. These loaches are going to come up here. Keep an eye out on this part of the trail to see if they go on the trail and this way, or they go on the trail and this way and north. move the gunships just a little bit further out of the way. And let's split them up. There we go. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Let's just rotate these guys. We have a low cheer, keeping an eye out. We have a low cheer, keeping an eye out. Gunships ready to shoot again, assuming we don't lose our ammo. We have airstrikes coming in here where we saw the supplies. I don't know if we're going to be able to target them. We're going to have to see what happens. I am curious. And that's all we can do there. Okay, let's go to our LRRPs. Going to try and lay another IED here. We were not successful. Let's try the next one. Wherever the next one went. Hello. There it is. Units. Lay mine. Oh, we were successful. This one worked. You can see the bunchy stakes and stuff, so that's good. Now we have to decide. We're going to continue along this trail here, I think, and we're going to move to this position here and check the visibility to see what we can see. If we can see a lot of these trails, we're going to use that as a vantage point to plot our airstrikes. Still annoyed that we lost that helicopter. Damn. Unacceptable. How many turns? 1, 2, 3. You know what we're going to do? We're going to move both of these platoons here. And next turn, we're going to try and set an IED and hopefully cause an ambush if they decide to come up this way. I don't know if they will, but we're going to set some IEDs there. Down here. Well, they finally built some trenches. This platoon, we'll just leave them there. They finally built some improved positions, so we're going to build some dozers. Let's spread these guys out. These go with the battery. These machine guns can go this way. So ideally, I built this hilltop position here is for this infantry company up here, but since there's so much heavy weapons there, we're not really worried about that. So that's okay. Here, they're just hanging out. Up here, they're still not done what they need to do. What do we have? Why do we have these trucks here? Let's move them out of the way. All of our helicopters have landed and are refueled. We have our gunships up here. They're done. Let's go down south. These guys, can they load now? Yes. Okay, so we have refueled the helicopter. We've loaded it up with the construction platoon. And this construction platoon, we're going to fly up to Anlock, which is the middle town, this one here. Right now there's only a dozer there, and we have a dozer up here as well as a construction platoon. And we're going to do the same for here. And right now we also have a dozer here, which has built an improved position. We're just going to upgrade that to a trench. This is a good location. We can see it has wide open field of fire, so once we have troops here, we might even put a heavy machine gun and the battalion recoilless rifle there once they get there tomorrow. It's turn 39, which means we have one more turn of daylight, which is next turn. Let's end. Ooh, let's see if we have any helicopters to move first. We have our engineers to move. Yay. And we have our Chinooks to land and refuel. Let's just zoom in here. They still haven't built what I need them to build. We're trying to get this infantry, the last or half strength aero rifle platoon, to build improved positions all along this runway. But we do have a construction platoon to help out. What's this? That's a machine gun. We can put them in the trenches. We have machine guns in all these trenches here. We're going to build one more improved position and trench here and here. These are all going to be improved positions, and that'll be good enough for locking in for defenses. Otherwise, I think we're done. So let's save it and end the turn. Thanks for tuning in, John. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and I will be back on Sunday, of course. Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific, and we will do the same thing, 2 hours. We'll probably be going pretty quickly through the night turns because I'm not expecting a lot of action. I'm just waiting to end the turn here to see if we actually, let's zoom up to here to see if we can spot that company that decided to move. But at the start of the turn, the next turn, we will end it for today because it is 2 hours. Thank you, Rysine. I really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. I'm really glad that you did. I hope it's interesting. I hope you're learning lots. Seeing the different strategies that I attempt to do. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. We actually lost some slicks this time. I'm quite disappointed about that. That was our insertion team helicopter. That's not good. That's not good at all. That means I have to use more strength point helicopters in the future. But I'm going to leave those guys over there in Cambodia for the rest of the game. See how many points I can collect. That's kind of what we're planning on, I hope. That's good. I'm glad you're having fun, Rising. That's awesome. I'm actually really curious. Where did... we didn't see them. We didn't see them move. I'm curious now. Alright, we have 2 airstrikes remaining, 2 units low on ammo, and 1 improved position. We have airstrike coming in. We don't know if it's hitting anything. See, the airstrike didn't work. The sound didn't work, so my sound file is buggered. Now we're not going to be able to see that airstrike. But yeah, something hit, but we don't know what kind of damage. Let's just take a quick look at the status. Victory conditions, we are in the hole. Yay! Because the VC are kicking our butt. That's not good. That'll change once we start collecting more areas. You'll see that changing quite significantly. Look at that. We have total side losses equally 139 for both sides, although we have half the amount of losses, but our stuff is worth more, so that's understandable. And let's take a look and see what I've lost. 2 Hueys, 4 Loaches, a machine gun. What is that? 5 squads of infantry. 1.5 squads of A quality infantry, which kind of sucks. We lost a mortar, some trucks, and some jeeps with machine guns. And they lost a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know what. So yeah, there we go. Now we know. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. This is delightful. I quite enjoy it. I am curious to see how the day 2 is going to do, or going to go. We will do the night turns quickly next turn, so we should be okay. If you have any questions and you're watching this on YouTube, you can ask them down below, or you can go over to the matrixgames.com Campaign Series Vietnam forum. We're always happy to answer there. Or if you're on Discord, look for Campaign Series, and we will... I think it's Campaign Series Vietnam. I don't even remember what it's called. What is it? This is what it looks like. Yeah, it's Campaign Series Vietnam. Do a search for that. We answer questions there. And if you're there, you can also... I'm going to save the file here at turn 40 and provide that for you to take a look at if you want to continue playing or you just want to see what the situation is. You're more than welcome to look at the file. And yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care. Smile always. And talk to you soon.